Well, hey everybody, Steve at 1000 Year Homes. Welcome aboard. So what I'm working on here is 2 shipping containers to turn them into one modern home, and it'll be in Santa Fe Mission style. I usually put a picture of a random Santa Fe Mission style house here or over here. I don't know. Somewhere I'll put it so you can see what I'm after. But anyway, I'll take these shipping container homes and then I'll wrap them in earth bag and then stucco it, and that'll be the design. So let's see, from start to finish, a year ago and 18 months ago, this was just a mesquite forest, and now there's here. I'm physically living in this thing through the winter. It is 35 outside, it is 60 degrees inside, and that's on a little tiny 700 watt heater, electric heater, because I'm doing solar. But I'm not finished with the, if you look around, I am not finished with the insulation. There'll be a layer of mineral wool over the top of this, and then there'll be 3/4 inch drywall over the top of that, thick. So, but what do I have today? What I have today is this. Let me rotate. All right, so, you know, I'm getting done in sections. The bedroom section, which will be an office, but right now it's my bedroom for the winter, is through those doors. And then this will be the real bath. Some of the stuff's in the right place. The bathtub's in the right place. The potty's in the right place. This will be the sink, and that's a 100-year-old plus like a 120-year-old icebox. And I will do a poured concrete counter on it and just make this look really nice. This is where I'm at. I'm at the electrical system for the bathroom. I need to get this around. So there'll be a couple of sconces with a shelf, and there'll be electric outlets on there so I can put my shaver and things that I need to charge. There'll be a light switch here that goes up, and that will run this light here in front of you. So I'll need a switch there and an GFCI power outlet there. A switch here, which will turn on the sconces. That way, you know, when you flip on a mirror, you see your face. And then the ceiling electric, which I'm working on right now. So this ceiling box, if you follow it down, this is for the room lighting. There'll be a box of can lights in this side and a box of can lights in that side. I have to be honest, this is a well-lit already environment, but there's nothing better than a little more light, especially when it comes to a bathroom. So you can see that this little bathroom area will be well lit. There'll be can lights above me, one there and one there where the cabinets are. And then there'll be the chandelier light right there. Then there'll be mirror lights in the back, right? And then plenty of 4 outlets in that area for electric shavers, electric toothbrush, and his and hers, right? His and hers. So that's what's going on today. Today I'm hoping bare minimum in the can light electrical pan, just the lines run. I don't know if I'll get the can light packages put in, but once they're in, I could put in the insulation. All right, so there's a box that I have that'll be for the can lights. So the can light will go in there, and then I can access that. Right now, there'll just be a cover over the top of that. So I need to run some conduit from there to there, and I'm just going to use flexible. So right there, there'll be a can light, and then over here, there'll be a can light. I was thinking of something over the bathtub as far as ventilation, but I've decided that I can work with this window. It's screened, and I could do something here for ventilation if need be. This will be another switch with a chandelier that'll come up and dangle. Plenty of light. Matter of fact, I might dial it back a little bit. But let's get these can lights in right now. So to make it easy on myself, I bought these ready-made strips. They're flexible aluminum conduit, armored conduit, a solid core. This is already done with me, and look, they even have the snap-ins for them. That should just snap into the boxes up there. 10-foot runs. I'm going to be cutting these, and I'm going to just pull them through and get them up where they belong. And I don't know I don't need 10-foot runs, but we'll see how this will work out. The nice thing about a shipping container home is, you know, it's small, it's containerized, right? So you can spend a little bit of money on things like this that make your life do have romance, so if I can't make this work with these, then I'll just get romance. Alright, that worked just fine. Each one of these alcoves. So the bathroom area with the sconces, I think that I'm going to have a lot of light in front of that mirror, and I could put any bulb I want in there. I'm going to change things up here, rotate. So just taking a look at this, I'm planning to put a light right there at the doorway when you first walk in. And then I was going to have a light there, and a light there, and a light there, and a light there. This is a, I'm going to guess 8-foot by 12-foot bathroom. And this has a, I could put a wall sconce here, but really I've already got some really nice Spanish chandeliers that I could go from there to there with the light switch and do that above the potty, so I'd have that taken care of. So I'm going to reconfigure here. I'm going to go ahead and wire it for just 2 ceiling lights, and instead of offset close to the mirrors, I'm going to put them more in the center of the room, and I think that I'm going to be happier with that situation. Yeah. All right, let me do that instead. It is one of the advantages of building your own home. Just make a change when you want to make a change. Here we go. So I bought some, those are 10-footers, and I'm glad that I did. Let me rotate. So not all of these are going to pass through. The way the ceiling joists are, I'm going to pour concrete on the roof. So I want to make sure I don't pinch any of these cables. So I'm running them through the pockets, and I'm running them over anything that's not going to pinch. And I'm avoiding compression on those wherever I can. So I don't want to risk pinching these cords. So this particular one, I'm going to run all the way down and around and back up to its spot. So that's the benefit there. I bought some 10-foots and 15-foots. I should have bought some 5-foots too. But those will get this job done pretty quick for me. Well, those made short work. Let me go ahead and stick the can lights up there and get those wired in as well. I'm going to use one little piece of Romex. Let me rotate. One little piece of Romex from this box to the can light that'll be right underneath it. And then I'll put a cover plate over the top of that. This one will go here. We'll flip a light switch here. It'll turn on that can light and that can light in this bathroom. And then the second switch will turn on the light above the door, which will be a sliding door. I don't know if you'll need it, but that'll be plenty of light considering that I have 2 sconces here, or mirror lights, you know, of certain wattage. And then I have the chandelier there, which I'm going to rewire. That plug right there will be a 2 outlet, one for the chandelier, one for, I don't know, clock, ceiling lights, decorative, I don't know, we don't know yet. But there'll be an extra outlet there. That's for a mirror light. That's for a mirror light. That's a light switch with a ground fault. This is a light switch for this mirror light and ground fault. So plenty of outlets, plenty of lights. We're in good shape. Well, it's getting towards evening, so I turned on a shop light. So after I hang the electric there, I'm going to put up, you know, mineral wool and then drywall. So I'll lose those up in the insulation. And the way that I find them again is I take electrical tape and I just tape it onto the wires. And then after I drill the holes, I can find it. Let me rotate for you. So this is an example, right? You see that I had put electrical tape onto the power, and then after I drilled the hole, I was able to fish around, find a little electrical tape, and pull it all in, so it's all in place. So that's the way I handled that. It's just a convenient way to not lose all your stuff in insulation. In addition, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and tape these wires so they're not snagging the insulation as I put it and pull it through. The first time I had put in the can lights, because in that room I had tested the can lights, but I know they all work. So this time I'm just going to run the electric and then put the can lights in after the fact. So, but there you go. You know, once that's fished through the insulation, I'll know over here somewhere there's some tape, and, you know, I'll fish that along and get that so I can put in both boxes. In fact, maybe I'll do this. These both go into the same box. It does have a tendency to push the insulation down, and so, you know, I put up insulation and drywall as fast as I can. Otherwise, the electric lines push the insulation down. So, now I'll be able to find those once they're up there. Let me do that one too. And I know this works because it worked perfectly a couple other times. So just a little trick to find the, is that it right? Where is it? Right there. Yeah, to find the power lines after you put up drywall. Plus I label the drywall, I write the word light where the light will be. So I kind of generally know where they are anyway. But fishing around inside of insulation is no fun. So this last piece won't be shielded because there's no chance of me putting a screw in it. In addition, the light is going to go right here. This is going to be my inspection port. If you've been watching for a while, I'll cut a hole in here so I can put an otoscope and inspect the top for mold down through the ears. But this is for the light right here, and so it'll have a switch, and then this is the circuit for the can lights. No ceiling fan in here. There wasn't enough room. I had debated it, But with the outside window, I'm going to do some work with that so that people will have ventilation. Myself, not people. And inside this bathroom so that it can breathe a little bit. And if I need to, and I decide I need a vent, there's still time for me to cut in a vent. I could run power on the outside of this since I'm going to end up wrapping it in earth bag. I just don't like breaking the surface, right? The more I keep it together, the tighter it'll be for water and resistance. But I could if I needed to. All right, that looks good to me. And then when I pull the rest of the wire here for this outlet, then it'll be all set. And I'm not an electrician, nor do I need one out here where I'm at. You know, in your area, you've got to follow, and I do follow the law. But one thing for sure, always put your Romex cable supports inside of all boxes. Don't just leave it on there. It will rub down through the years, and it will cut through and cause a short. So anytime you see a box without a clamp, go put the clamp in it. They're only like, 50 cents, so buy them by bulk if it's a new house. Now I'll do the same thing. I'll put a piece of electrical tape on that and then push this all up. This box, once I run electric, it'll have, and I might need to do that early, it'll have a plate over it so it's covered. And then the access to this will come from the hole I drilled for the light. All of my can lights are insulation contact, low heat, low temperature. You'll need to make sure if you're going to do this kind of construction with low profile roofs that you too are using can lights that are rated for insulation contact. Everything's 12.2 in here. I'm not being very particular, like, oh, I could go, smaller 14. I'm not doing that. I'm just running 12.2. It's easier for me. And then I don't have to decide, well, that's a 20 amp circuit, that's a 15 amp circuit. All of my runs are very short. This is a 8 by 40. So it wasn't a lot of additional cost for me to put thicker wire. Electrical tape here doesn't mean anything. It's just it's just something that I can fumble around in and feel underneath the insulation once I put drywall up in here and pull it out, and then I have all my wires. It's not like black means one thing and red means another. It's just the electrical tape I found that day. And I'll pull it all out when I'm done. All right, so that gets all of the ceiling electric roughed in. I don't have the can lights or anything, so I can install the insulation and drywall. I'm going to rotate here, and I might as well do this back bedroom. Rotate. So I'll pull my light out here, and I've already got a conduit run for the ceiling light and the fan. So the fan light goes down, and there will be a switch for the fan and the ceiling fan light. So that's for outdoors. And I don't know if that'll be electric or I'll have two banks of lights, like a front or a back. But typically outdoors, I put Amazon lights, and I'll say, Amazon, turn on such and such light. And they're all left hot all the time. And I control them by voice. So what I'm thinking is, if that's a ceiling light with a fan, then probably this dark little corner needs a can light or two. Although this might end up being a door with French door, which I do have, we'll see. And then I've decided my bed will most likely be right over here. So I think it'd be beneficial to have a can light above the bed. And weirdly, I'm going to put the light switch where I think I can reach it from bed, which would be right underneath these doors. So I'll be moving those doors. And I have an outlet there. I don't have an outlet here because this might be a door someday, but I doubt it. I think I'm going to seal it up. But I'm not going to put electrical conduit in there just in case I ever decide to cut a door in for some reason or another. So, but I have plenty of outlets. Every other 4 feet have an outlet. All the way across behind all these things are outlets. So I'm fully outletted. But let me go ahead and get the rest of the ceiling done, and then I can call this a night, and I'll feel pretty good. It is getting dark. This camera is really good. It doesn't look like it's dark, but I've already got a floodlight in here, so it's getting dark and cold.